of our student body here at Leesburg High, our faculty and staff, thank you family, friends, and guests for attending today's ceremony. I would like to recognize a few of our special guests who are here with us today. Please welcome Mrs. Diane Cornegay, our Lake County Schools Superintendent. Today's ceremony. I would like to recognize Mrs. Renee Dudley, our Region 2 Executive Director. Please welcome Mrs. Diane Cornegay, our Lake County Schools. Mr. Tyler Brandyberg, our District 2 School Board Representative and School Board Chair. Thank you, leaders, for being here with us today. I would also like to thank our live streaming partner, Mr. Lance Livingston, and today's photography is being provided by KD Studios. Information on the availability of pictures is found within the program. I would also like to thank the Church of the Lakes, Mr. James Hobgood, for helping with our audio and sound. Mayor Reisman, our Leesburg City Commissioners, and the City of Leesburg for all that you do for Leesburg High School. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the class of 2025.
bad.
What cameras do you use? Canon?
Panasonic. They're old ABC HD cams, but that's
great?
the only thing I have with a gigantic zoom on it.
Yeah.
And you kind of need that, so.
Yeah.
The problem is they're about to fill in this row and I won't have a view anymore.
Next year we had one right in the middle.
They almost did, but. Well, usually they come around that way, don't they?
No, that's usually what they've been doing the past few years. Just like this. They want to take it like in front of their parents, in front of the stage.
I swear last year they did it that way.
You're right, they did. They came down the end zone, came across, and then filled in from the front.
Because I had a perfect view the entire time, so I don't know what went wrong. See what's going on. When I monitor, I just have what's going through the speakers. So let me figure it out. Thanks, Rob.
Next year, dominating. I mean, I'm going to lose it next year. This year, I'm losing enough with Lana, but next year, I'm going to lose it.
You may now have a seat. Good morning, all. My name is Angela Cerna, and I have had the pleasure to be the 2025 senior class president. Before we begin, I want to give a big congratulations to all the graduates here today. And on behalf of the senior class, I want to welcome our esteemed faculty, respected administrators, proud parents, and honored guests. Ladies and gentlemen, for those willing and able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to welcome Angelina Pino to the stage for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail? I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, JROTC, for presenting the colors. Thank you, Angie. If everyone would please join me in the LHS choir for our alma mater. The words are in the program. Dear Leesburg High, our hearts to thee are holden with loyal love for each familiar scene. Thy halls are filled with memories all golden of days we spent so happy in thee. Thy halls are filled with memories all golden of days we spent in happiness with thee. Thank you, LHS Choir and Mr. Floyd. I have had the honor to stand here today as we celebrate our final milestone together. Before we all go our separate ways, this is the moment we've been waiting for. for as long as we can remember. These past 4 years have shaped us, prepared us, and now they're pushing us to move forward. As we step into the next chapter, I want everyone to take a moment today to stop and thank someone who has supported them on this long journey to get to where we are today. Whether it was a teacher that helped you throughout your academic journey, someone who helped you excel in a subject you weren't confident in, or maybe even a subject they didn't even teach themselves, just like Mr. Kelly did with my Probs and Stats FLVS class. Or a teacher who may have helped you discover what you want to be when you graduate, or was that one teacher you knew you could depend on no matter the circumstance, like Ms. Maravich was. Maybe it was a coach that helped you to continue to love the sport you play, or a coach that may have helped you find a passion for a new position you could have never imagined doing. A coach that's always believed in you, helped you grow as a person in and out of the sport, as Coach McKinney and Coach AK did. Maybe it's a friend that was there for you throughout the years, a friend that took some stress or pressure off your shoulders after a rough day at school, someone you may have left campus with to grab some food or even just chill anywhere but class. We all know that senioritis hit us like a truck. Or maybe you're like me and want to say thank you to your parents, the people that started it all, the ones that made the sacrifices they made to get you where you are today. Mom and Dad, I want to say thank you for always being willing to leave work earlier than you wanted to pick me up from a club or meeting, or to be able to make it to one of my away games. Thank you for letting me borrow your car when my car was stuck getting fixed up for 3 months. Everything I've done and everything I will do, I do for them. Todo lo que hago para mis papás que llegaron con nada, pero me lo dieron todo. Thank you guys for being my biggest role models. As our high school journey is coming to an end, we still have so much life that we have yet to live. With that, don't be a stranger, especially to my fellow classmates and friends that I've had the privilege to have shared these past few years with. I want to hear about all your successes, failures, new friends, and even your difficult classes. Always know that I will be here if you need someone to talk to. After all, as Woody once said, you have a friend in me. Thank you, and again, congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Angie, once again. It is the privilege to stand before you today and celebrate the class of 2025. Graduates, as you embark on this next chapter, I want to share a message with you inspired by the spirit of the book, What to Do with a Chance. The book tells the story of a character who receives a chance, a moment of opportunity, and it's up to them to decide what they want to make of it. This is the same opportunity that you have before you today. Life, much like the story, is filled with chances, the possibility of something happening. Some of them will be unexpected. Some of them will require careful planning. But what's crucial is the decision that you make about them. Will you seize the moment? Will you take the chance? Will you decide what it means to make the most of your potential? I am asking you to think about this. What does a chance become? New friendships, exciting opportunities, and daring discoveries. Chances are invitations to grand adventures, tickets to unforgettable experiences, and doors to whole new worlds. Chances help you see who you are, what you want, and where you want to go. I know that each of you have unlimited potential, and you have worked diligently to reach this point. You have demonstrated perseverance, resilience, and a commitment to learning. The epitome of belief, skill, and will, our vision statement. These qualities will serve you well in the years to come. Approach life with the same determination and open-mindedness you have shown here at Leesburg High School, and you will go far. So, as you prepare to turn the page and start a new chapter, I urge you to be like the character in the book. Embrace the opportunity before you, take a chance, and choose to do something extraordinary. Choose to make your mark on the world. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being an inspiration. I will always believe in you, and I love you. Go be great, class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome SGA Student Body President Janelle Henderson to the stage.
Good morning, everyone, students, families, faculty, and friends. Today, we stand on the edge of something beautiful, the end of one chapter and the certain, thrilling beginning of the next. I've tried to find the perfect words for this moment, but the truth is there aren't enough, because how do you sum up a journey that changed you? 4 years ago, the thought of standing before you today, speaking at graduation as a student body president, it wasn't anywhere in my mind. Honestly, I was just trying to survive high school. We all carried heavy backpacks and even heavier questions. Will I make friends? Will I be enough? What if I fail? We were searching for our place, our voice, our people, and yet here we are. We made it. Not because the journey was easy, but because we rose every time it wasn't. We lost things, sleep, time, maybe even a little hope some days, but we gained far more. Courage, character, and a kind of connection that only comes from walking through fire together and coming out stronger on the other side. It's wild, isn't it? How we walked in here as unsure freshmen, eyes wide with fear and curiosity, and now we're leaving as graduates. Stronger, wiser, louder. We've laughed, cried, grown, and struggled. But above all, we overcame. And now we face a world that is waiting for us. Sometimes it's good to be scared. It means you still have something to lose. It means your heart is in it. And this moment right here, it's proof that fear does not win unless you let it. To our families, thank you. Whether it's our parents, our grandparents, or someone who stepped up to fill the role of a family member, we see you, and we are grateful. Family is not determined by the same DNA or same blood. Family is determined by love, sacrifice, and those who showed up. To my mom, my dad, and my grandma, Virginia, thank you for your unwavering support, for the late nights and the early morning rides, for the prayers, the prep talks, the tough love, and the warm hugs. Thank you for always making sure I was the best version of myself, even when I couldn't see her yet. I wouldn't be standing here without you guys. Let's take a moment to remember those who cannot be with us today. Some of them are watching us from a better place. Even though we can't see them in the crowd, we can feel them in our hearts. Their love still surrounds us, and I know they're cheering us on from heaven. To the teachers and staff, thank you for showing up, for caring, for being the constant when everything else felt uncertain. To Miss Fox, thank you for giving me the space to discover my passion for photography. You helped me find my voice through a lens. You helped me tell stories when I didn't know how to speak them. To Mr. Bell, even from halfway across the world, your check-ins reminded me that mentorship has no borders. Thank you for showing up from afar. To Miss Shaddy, thank you for being so much more than just a guidance counselor. You made my senior year possible. You were a guiding light, constantly remind me not to speak negatively about myself. You made sure I chased every opportunity out there, whether I believe I could or not. All the hours spent in your office, chatting, filling out paperwork, asking questions, stressing, and laughing. Those moments will forever be cherished. And to our former principal, Mr. Randolph, thank you. Whether it was being a listening ear, a fierce advocate, or just believing in us when we couldn't see our own potential, you made a difference. You made us believe. Many of us would have not gotten to this moment without you. Personally, you saw something in me and never let me forget it. You poured into me, and I'm better because of you. And to my classmates, thank you for allowing me to serve as your student body president. It's been one of the greatest honors of my life. You trust me with your voice, your concerns, your dreams, and I don't take that lightly. You made me a better leader, a better person. And this moment is just the beginning. We're not done, not even close. We may be turning our tassels today, but we are not leaving behind what made us who we are. We are taking it with us. Every lesson, every scar, every moment that shaped us. Each and every one of us sitting here today has a future that matters. I truly believe everyone graduating today has greatness inside of them. Whether you're going to the college, the military, trade school, starting a job, or figuring it out along the way, you will be successful. Why? Because we've already made it through so much. Because we already proven that we can rise. No matter how dark it gets, the sun's going to rise again. So don't ever let fear hold your voice hostage. You have something to say. As Meredith Grey once said, don't let fear keep you quiet. You have a voice, so use it. Speak up, raise your hand, shout your answers. Make yourself heard. Whatever it takes, just find your voice, and when you do, fill the damn silence. Class of 2025, go fill the silence. Speak your truth, chase your dreams, make noise, make history. We have never been just students. We were fighters, dreamers, and builders of something real. Now it's time to go build more. And always remember, this isn't the end of our story. It's just the prologue. Congratulations, we did it, you did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Janelle. At this time, I would like to recognize our students that have accomplished the challenging task of earning their ACE diploma. Students, if you have earned your ACE diploma, please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. I would also like to recognize our students that have made the incredible accomplishment of not only earning their high school diploma today, but have also received their associate's degree from Lake Sumter State College. At this time, will those students who have earned their associate's diploma please stand? Thank you. At a young age, these ladies and gentlemen have taken on the responsibility to serve in the United States military. We would like to thank you for your commitment. If you have enlisted in the military, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. It is with great honor that I announce to you the class of 2025 valedictorian and salutatorian. Valedictorian Andrea Nicole Reyes. And salutatorian Ana Sofia Montelegre Sanchez. Please welcome both Andrea and Anna to the stage.
Good morning to the amazing faculty of Leesburg High School, proud parents, excited and relieved graduates of the class of 2025. My name is Andrea Noel Reyes, and I have the honor of being the valedictorian of the class of 2025. Earlier this week, I opened a new Word document on my laptop, planning to write this speech fairly quickly and then move on with the rest of my day. Instead, for a solid hour, I stared at a blank piece of paper with a blinking mouse cursor that was seemingly making fun of me for having no idea what to write. You'd think, after 4 years of writing speeches and presentations that were definitely started on time and not at all last minute, this would be a breeze. Even after staring at the page for another hour, I still had no idea what I wanted to talk about it. That's when it hit me, the sheer irony of the situation. The same thought that filled my head and many of the heads of my fellow graduates all throughout high school was the same thought that was filling my head as I was trying to write this speech. This wasn't the plan. I mean, think about it. When we came here as freshmen, what feels like a million years ago, we were convinced we knew who we wanted to be when we grow up, how we were going to achieve all of our dreams and so much more. Or at the very least, we'd figure it out by the time we got to graduation. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen. Instead, on the first day of school, we got lost trying to make our way through campus, struggled to navigate crowded walkways when it was raining outside, and lived through the dreaded standardized testing season every April and May. In other words, real life happened. We drowned in a million homework assignments, didn't always play as well in our sports as we hoped to, barely made it to class on time to avoid tardy sweeps, and all the while, we were still trying to figure out who we were, our passions, and how to survive the week with a packed to-do list while still getting a little bit of sleep. And when we dared to think that we had it all figured out and it was going to be smooth sailing from right here, out of nowhere, new challenges appeared, and we were suddenly shipwrecked and starting from square one yet again. Even so, we kept on moving and adapted to our new reality. What we once thought was going to be a straightforward path to our future turned out to be a really weird curved line that we figured out as we went along. A path that zigged and zagged and even looped back around once or twice. Each twist and turn tested our resolve, and we pressed on. We persevered through every dead end, wrong turn, and unexpected roadblock. Most importantly, we learned that we are not only the people that we thought we were going to be in 9th grade, but that it's okay that we're not. We may not have necessarily failed our original plans, but simply outgrew them. This is what I believe is the most important lesson that I learned and that I hope that the rest of you learned, that we are not defined by our failed plans, but how we act when there isn't one. We are allowed to outgrow plans, fail a million times over, and start over again and again and again. What matters at the end of the day is that every time we fall, we get back up again. Every time we fail, we try again. And for every dream that ends, we make a new one and we live it too. As my speech comes to a close, I would like to say thank you to my mama, papa, Miss Emily, my ate Gabby, Kuya Yanyan, Kuya Natna, my tita Burley, my tito Chuck, the rest of my aunts and uncles, my godparents, and the rest of my family for always pushing me to do my absolute best and helping me to stay motivated as I work through late night study sessions and last minute projects. Whether that meant staying up with me, leaving me snacks as I was incredibly hungry, or literally dragging me from my desk when I would read the same sentence over and over again, yet still insist, oh, I'm perfectly fine, I'm still making progress. Thank you to my friends for always believing in me even when I didn't have faith in myself. You are some of the most chaotic, funniest, brilliant, beautiful people I have ever met. And I hope that you know that I wish you every bit of luck in the world, even though I know y'all won't need it, not even the slightest. Thank you to my amazing teachers, Mr. Kelly, Miss Fox, Miss Marovich, Miss Davidson, Miss Soto, Mr. Steslow, and everyone else that I'm so sorry that I'm forgetting, my counselors, Miss Shaddy and Miss Brady, the rest of the administration of Leesburg High School, Miss Neese, all of who were always willing to answer the millions of questions I had and still continued to welcome me when I approached them the next day to ask a million more. I really appreciate it. Last, but most certainly not least, to my fellow amazing graduates, congratulations for reaching this monumental achievement in life. I hope that you are proud of yourselves. I know I sure am. You have worked incredibly hard to be here, and I hope that I hope that you know that I wish you every success in the world possible. In a perfect world, I could tell you exactly what happens next in our lives. I could tell you that now that we've finally finished high school, we now get this magical guidebook to the rest of our lives, and we never have to have an awkward conversation, forget somebody's name, or make any kind of mistake again. Unfortunately, that isn't the truth. What I do know that is true is that even though we don't have a perfect plan, we need to be willing to keep on moving. The smallest step, no matter how scary or small, or even if you don't know what direction you're stepping in, is still progress. We are not defined by our failure to meet our past expectations or the expectations of anyone else. We are defined by our willingness to adapt, to grow, and to keep on going when there isn't a plan. So, class of 2025, as strange as it may sound, I hope that you enjoy the failed plans, making mistakes, the wrong turns, and the unexpected detours. Our path in high school was not straightforward, and I highly doubt our paths to our future will be either. Always trust that even when initial plans fail, there just might be something better waiting for you on the other side. So, let's head out, armed with ambition, resilient, excitement, fear, and practically no idea what we're doing, but ready for whatever comes next. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 25. We did it. So, I met our next speaker, ironically enough, when we both got lost on our first day of school. We quickly became the best of friends, found out we had practically everything in common, except for the fact that she can easily reach the top shelf and I still need a step stool to do so. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce you to one of the kindest people I know, and a person I am honored to call my best friend, the salutatorian of the class of 2025, Ana Sofia Montialegre Sanchez.
Hi everyone. To be honest, when I sat down to write my speech, I didn't even know where to start. But I'll start by telling you something simple but powerful. Don't ever let someone else tell you who you are or what you're capable of. When I was younger, back in Colombia, I failed my first class. Want to take a guess of which one it was? It was English. I still remember how frustrated and embarrassed I felt. I love school. I was a total nerd about it. But that one subject made me feel like I was never going to get it right. The irony? Life had bigger plans for me. A few years later, I was living in the US, surrounded by a language I had once struggled to understand. I came here when I was 10. New country, new culture, new everything. And it was hard. Not just the challenges, but the way people saw me. The way I was constantly put in boxes before I could say anything for myself. In middle school, I scored high enough to be placed in Algebra 1 in 7th grade. I was excited. I knew I could do it, but my counselor disagreed. She put me in advanced math instead and told me that algebra would be too much for a non-English speaker. Just like that, a decision about my life was made by someone who didn't know me, someone who couldn't see what I saw in myself. Being an immigrant hasn't exactly made things easier. In fact, many doors have been closed to me before I even got to knock. There have been scholarships I couldn't apply for, opportunities that weren't meant for someone like me. People who doubted me just because of where I came from or what my status was. And yet, despite all of that, here I am. It's 2025. I'm still standing, still growing, still winning. And I've faced so many moments like that, where others decided what I was capable of. But let me tell you something. You are the only one who gets to decide what your limits are. If you take one thing away from this speech, let it be this. The only limits that matter are the ones you place on yourself. People are going to have opinions. People are going to talk. They're going to doubt you. They're going to try to fit you into boxes they understand. But you're not a box. You're a whole blueprint. When I started realizing that, things changed. I stopped listening to the voices that didn't matter, especially the ones coming from people that I didn't want to be like. Because here's the thing, don't ever take advice from someone you don't admire. It'll only steer you away from the life you're meant to live. Instead, surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who push you to level up just by being in the room. It's okay to not have it all figured out. Trust me, I don't either. But what I do know is this. If you follow your heart, if you lead with passion and refuse to settle, you'll go far. Passion makes the impossible feel possible. It gives you the fuel when you feel like giving up. It makes all the hard things worth it. Even the hard stuff, the setbacks, the failures, the unfair moments, those are the moments you grow in. I couldn't let that one English class define me. I couldn't let that counselor's decision stop me. But instead, I chose to see every roadblock as an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more sure of who I am. So here I am. I'm an immigrant, a girl who once failed English in Colombia, a student who got overlooked, a dreamer who refused to give up. And I'm standing here now, still successful, because I decided that no one gets to define my story but me. And that same goes for you. You can do anything you set your mind to. So dream big, mess up, start over, learn, and love the process. And never, ever let someone else hold the pen when you're writing your story. And of course, I want to thank my teachers, Mr. Kelly, Miss Soto, Miss Maravich, Miss Fox, my counselor, Miss Brady, and Miss Daniels, and so many others. Not just for teaching me, but for believing in me when I didn't fully believe in myself. You gave us patience, encouragement, and a sense of possibility. Sometimes what changes a life the most isn't what's in the curriculum, but the quiet faith that someone has in you when you need it the most. Thank you for being that for me and for so many of us. Because the truth is, no one gets to where they are alone. Every step forward is built on the shoulders of people who walked beside us, who lift us up when we fell, who reminded us who we were when we forgot. And speaking of the people who shaped me, I want to take a moment to say how incredibly proud I am of my best friend for being valedictorian. Sharing this moment with you makes it a million times more meaningful. Watching you accomplish something so amazing after everything we've been through together fills me with joy and pride. But more than anything, I'm just grateful that I get to experience this milestone with you, the people who make me feel the most like myself. When I'm with you and with our friends, sorry, I don't feel like I have to be anyone else. I get to be fully, unapologetically me, and that's the most special gift of all. Thank you for being by my side, for making the hard days easier and the good days unforgettable. I couldn't have asked for a better person to share this moment with. A mis papás, gracias. Gracias por cada sacrificio, por todo el esfuerzo, la dedicación y el amor con el que me han criado. Todo lo que soy se lo debo a ustedes y a los valores que sembraron en mí desde pequeña. La honestidad, la perseverancia, la amabilidad. Son mi motor, mi inspiración y el ejemplo que siempre quiero seguir. No importa cuán lejos me lleve la vida, siempre vamos a estar juntos porque ustedes son mi equipo y donde sea que yo esté, ustedes van conmigo. Y a mi familia, gracias también. Gracias por apoyarme siempre, por creer en mí, por recordarme quién soy. Con ustedes encuentro mi verdadera felicidad. Su amor me da fuerza, su presencia me da paz y su apoyo me da alas. Los amo con todo mi corazón. Gracias.
Thank you, Andrea and Anna. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time you have all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. Miss Hoyt, Miss Lunsford will read the names. Okay.
Test, test. I say it as they hand it to me, is that correct? All right, take the card. You can Andrea Noel Santina Reyes. Ana Sofia Montalegre Sanchez. Barath Balaji. Roger Ryan Roden. Elizabeth Kelsey Underwood. Walker Levy Clark. Nathaniel Paul Hines. Angela Cerna. Owen Riley McLeod. Kaylin Sierra Renner. Tyler William Brannis. Kayla Faith Nord. Aspen Elizabeth Jean Hess. Justin Ryan Seaver. Janelle Azalea Henderson. Veronica Liz Huertas Caballero. Joseph Manuel Mendoza. Ramaya Armani Williams. Camille Desiree Miller. Alyssa Grace Ugbai Haas. Kayla Nicole Dallas. Nicholas Lennon Padilla. Landon Lewis Attiles. Brian Eloy Maywire Hilario. Aiden Cooper. Carson Thomas Miller. Rebecca Ann Vicente. Chanel Ilalia Flores Aruz. Kyla Nairi Burnett. Michael Emmanuel Aguilar Fuentes. Parker Lee Hustembaste Guantera. Harmony Samira Herbert. Melanie Grace Crady. Samantha Ann Holcomb. Cameron Brady Dillon. Jared Reese Rohr. Cassandra Abarca. Kara Rain Abbott. Jonathan Michael Abbott. Caden Thomas Adams. Dawson Nicholas Afu. Wesley Albrecht. Michael Ryan Alexander. Michaela Allen. Jaden Allen Walton. Adrian Anthony Alvarez. Odrick Ivan Anaya Vasquez. Xavion Anderson. Trevor Ray Anderson. Latrice Acacia Shantae Anderson. Adriana Nicole Aponte. Alan Jerome Armstrong. Dayana Yaretsi Artega Vega. Xavier Perry Aspinwall. Shikari Ariana Austin.
Bradley Baird.
Kentravius Deontay Banks. Jacob Laszlo Barnes. Nyla Deshay Barnes. Nautica Lynn Bass. Connor George Cornelius Bauer. James Benton III. Dean Joseph Berg. Danica Isabel Buriel Rivera. Teliana Simone Black. Tyler James Blakely. Rihanna Lenice Bonamy. Wendia Bunome. Naisa Bunome. Miriam Elizabeth Bosquez. Maya Claire Bouillot. Cassidy Angelica Boyer. Angel Gabriel Briano Rangel. Kashai Janae Brown. Lillian Elizabeth Brown. Jalen Jermaine Brown. Kenya Ann Marie Bryant. Kyra Ellen Danae Bryant. Delina Michelle Butler. Trayvon Mackay Butler. Madison Myrna-Lynn Byerly. Adacia Nyana Bird. Kaylee Alexis Bird. Chandler Reginald Caldwell. Jake Charles Callahan. Not yet.
Diesel Lee Campbell.
Alana K. Camps. Jeremy Quintero. Naomi Alexandria Carr Rankins. Satin Paige Carter. Markel Antonio Carter. Isaac Emmanuel Castillo Santana. Jonathan Gage Caudell.
Xavier Anthony Cerna.
Abril Chavez Garcia. Valentina Cintron Serrano. Trenton Cleveland. Lila Grace Condon. Zaya Renee Conley. Sherlyn Michelle Contreras.
Isaiah Thomas Cordell.
Aliyah Crabtree. Ariel Elizabeth Cruz. Enyel Alexander Cruz Arad. Rayla Mackenzie Cummings. Naomi Ray Curtis. Cassidy Reed Custer. Kensley Lamar Dallas Jr. Caleb Dion Dallas. Jamari Brenaya Darasaw. Israel Jarin Darasaw. Grace May Davila. Tyler Anthony Davis. Xavier Michael Davis. Jahia Darshanae Dawkins. Isabella Ann Degaldra. Alexis Jordan DeLand. Haley Jean Delorge. Serena Ray Damasio. Destiny Leanna Marie Dennison. Grace Danielle Dennison. Jeanette Odessa Dara. Tamia Unaya Devlin. John Diaz. Brooklyn Christine Dillard. Sylvester Doherty. Kamora Itiana Dorsey. Abigail Ann Edwards. Reagan Brielle Egner. Lorelei Ariana Nicole Enos. Kelby Noel Everidge. Roy Allen Fenoff Jr. Kamari Shantae Fields. Anaya Michelle Fields. Lennon Andreas Flores Lopez. Carol Joseph Flores Saldana. Kiesia Jelani Ford.
Haley Alicia Foreman.
Ruth Elizabeth Francisco Manuel. Ethan Logan Freeman. Reese Kristen Futch. Beckham Garrett. Katie Leonelli Garcia Augustin. Marquise Garçon. Timothy Michael Garner. Lillian Gaudette Fletcher. Travis Jonell Gibson. Alyssa K. Gilbert. Jeffrey Joseph Gilbert. Jamani Jalea Givens. Bradley Ryan Glover. Tristan Omarion Goldson. Adriel Javier Gonzalez. Lisbeth Gonzalez Lozano. Aiden Ramsey Gould. Cordell Govin. Ariana Evangeline Grajales. Isaiah Abdel Jorge Grana. Hannah Leanne Marie Grant. Trinity Anaya Green. Tyshawn Cole Green. Jonathan Charles Griffin. Brian James Griffin. Adriana Destiny Hall. Aiden Jermaine Hall.
Malcolm Jamal Hardy.
Kiana Simone Harris.
Jaden Harris.
Demaya Harrison. Damia Harrison. Nikayla Vache Harvard. Jeremiah Terrell Hawkins. Skylar Seth Hawkins. Nathaniel Lee Hawley. Kyle Michael Hayes. Gerardo Hernandez. Jared Hernandez Rojas. Ruben Hernandez Vasquez.
Ariana Patricia Hester.
Brycayla Joshelle Hill. Darion Demond Hodge. Bryce Jason Holloman. Halima Sincere Hooks. Ricardo Keys Hopkins. Brendan Riley Thomas Horton. Thomas Carl Howard. Cassandra D. Howell. Kavan Hughes. Jesse Lee Hurst III. Cayuse Ivish. Denasia Nevea Jackson. Jeremiah Demetrius Jackson. Courtney Shamiri Lynn Jackson. Evan Keontae James. Diana Cassandra Jasso Regalado. Jacob Quinton Jett. Kevin Lamar Johnson. Danye Johnson. Cameron Johnson. Julian Johnson. Christopher Terrence Jones. Aaliyah Jones. Jolie Joseph. Jamiria Lee Joyner. Avery Elizabeth Jusam. Kaya Kawomo. Theodore Khan Serjevsky. Madison Charlotte Ann Kuski. Jordan Elizabeth Keegan. Caleb Amen King. Timothy Jerome Kinsey Jr. Jada Maliabel Klein. Joseph Lee Cavett Payne. Jeremy Theron Lacey. Latrina Danae Lampkin. Haley Larson. Savion Jashawn Lattimore. Thomas Alexander Lawrence Penny. Emily Karen Lawson. Jeremiah Lawson. Brayson Kenneth Layfield. Timothy Lane. Melissa LeBron Escudero. Colin Lee Lanker.
Elizabeth K. Licata.
Caitlin Laureen Lips. Davon Lamar Littlejohn. Yuridia Lopez. Lorenzo Javier Lopez. Elamar Carolina Lopez Quintero. Janelle Isabel Lopez Rymond. Sydney Wayne Lohman. Citlali Luna Hernandez. Gracie Lynn Mock. Nakia Lachey Mackey. Brian John Marchant. Quan Stefan Marks. Michael Caden Martin. Leandro Martin Camacho. Anthony Jose Martinez. David Martinez. Joangelis Marzan. Nolan Brent Moriel. Kayla Maya Villalobos. Kintrey Simeon McBride.
Sage Ariana McLeod.
Carson Edward McCormick. Tristan Allen McDonald. Shamari LaShawn McKenzie. Jaylee Lynn Meeks. Ryan Christopher Mayer.
Lizette Mendoza Onafre.
Jacob Paul Miller. Deshaun James Lamar Mims. Madison Michelle Mize. Diana Montoya. Valor Sade Moore. Adriel Giovanni Morales Jr. Robert Antonio Morales Ramos. Mackenzie May Mosher. Courtney Sunny Moss Boyd. Madeline Lindsay Nagel. Russell Naum Naira Mas. Niven Arnov Nand. Julius Rashad Nelson. Jalen Hudson Noel. Christian Elijah Montel Noon. Henry Okeraki Dita. Vincent Okeraki Dita. Junior Jaime Lara. Alencia Atir Owens. Emily Polanza. Haley Marissa Palmer. Ethan Amir Palmer. Josianis Perilla Sanchez. Feni Harshadbhai Patel. Maya Eliana Peoples. Yamalet Peleas Sandoval. Luciano Perez. Cesar Alexi Perez Flores. Valeria Perez Garcia. John A. Marcelli Perozzo. Dronrev Pessimo. Jaden Nicole Peterson. Vu Kong Fan. Mzu Junodfis Pierre. Lanier Petrie. Jesselyn Leona Pina. Callie Reese Pinkston. Angelina Rose Pino. Mary Monet Polite. Alyssa Lynn Marie Posey. Anaya Ave Zariah Postel. Theodore David Prater. Caleb Michael Prater. Roger Eugene Pridemore. Harry Raphael Prince. Renaya Ariana Pryor. Ariana Ramcharit. Isaiah Ariel Ramirez. Yabdel Omar Ramos Rodriguez. Araceli Ramos Santana. Jonte Reese. Khalil Deshaun Reese. Ian James Reinhardt. Caitlin Brianne Riggs. Joe Elvis Riholita. Brianna Ravadanira. Carlos Janiel Rivera. Dakota Michelle Rivera. Briasia Zaide Robinson. Jalen Deshaun Robinson. Brandon Christian Rodriguez. Rudy Rodriguez. Julian Rodriguez. Adrian Manuel Rodriguez Vega. Carlos Rosa Jimenez. Yariel Ivan Rosa Torres. Jaleel Rosario. Alexis Mariah Rogers. Ashari Cherie Rue. Savannah Lynn Roten. Jacqueline Sanchez. Joseph Joshua Rudley. Taylor Jade Sanders. Gabriela Yvette Santiago. Autumn Carlene Santiago. Ava Camille Sorecchia. Danny Jr. Sexton. Anaya Genevia Sharp. Randall Lee Sharp Jr. Bryden Silva. Samantha Sloan Silva. Civil.
Takori Dwayne Skinner.
Gabriel Dustin Sliz. DeMarvier Roosevelt Small. Devin Jameek Smart. Markel Rashid Smith. Otto Smith. Dominic James Smith. Terry Gracelyn Smith. Joseph Edward Smith, Jr. Fiona Kylie Saunier. Dariani Nachali Sosa Paulino. Janaya Nicole St. Fleur. John Allen Stannard. Hector Ariel Stewart Nazario. Zachary Theodore Stinfort. Dory Stokes. Dylan Joseph Stubbs. Janaya Naomi Summerall. Jakara Venice Tart. Ismael Manuel Tavares. Brianna Victoria Taylor. Trinai Latre Thomas. Jaheim Jashawn Thompson. Glenn Richard Thompson. Maya McKenna Thornton. Nehemiah Tremaine Tift. Treyana Shantae Lachey Tolbert. Brisa Jacqueline Torres Vargas. Brianna Lynn Tozier. Lindsay Baldwin Tucker. Jesus Torriabates Antivaros. Chanel Gabriella Marie Tutela Johnson. Jan Manuel Valerio Garriga. Jacob James Van. Jenelise Guadalupe Vasquez. Wellner Yesaid Velasquez Escamaya. Luke Emmanuel Victor. Carlos Juan Villalongo. Cameron Wanzer. Dirion Ali Ward. Neve Wells. Jabaria Leanna White. Josiah Lee Wilkes.
Kennedy Aaron Lee Williams.
Zakira Monique Williams. Maya Shanielle Williams. Mary Talisha Williams. Jamar Devon Williams. Janiyah Aisha Williams. Alyssa Reagan Willis. Isabella Mackenzie Wilson. Jacob James Wilson. Layla Raquel Woods. Jonathan Ty Wooliver. Jack Faber Woolhouse. Ashley Savannah Woolridge. Gracious Alana Wright. Zaria Amarianne Wright. Amaria Inez Wright. Toby Marino Yeager. Hope Taylor Young. Hayden Michael Young.
Let's welcome Danica Biriel Rivera to the stage, our Finium speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Danica Buriel, and I've been given the honor of being the final speaker for this ceremony. I want to start with a story. A few weeks ago, we gathered to watch our senior sunset, a moment that was supposed to be warm and glowing, a golden hour to mark the end of our time at Leesburg High. But instead, it was cloudy, it was dim, it rained, and just like that, our perfect moment got cut short. As we walked to our cars, soaked and laughing, we looked up, and there it was. Not just a rainbow, but a double rainbow. Two arcs of color stretching across the sky, bold and unexpected. That sunset, messy, unpredictable, interrupted, is the perfect metaphor for our senior year, and honestly, our entire high school experience. We faced change, we faced loss, we've seen leaders leave who believed in us, our principal, assistant principals, and teachers who stood by us. The system didn't always work for us, and yet here we are. We are still standing, still graduating, and still shining. Because we, the class of 2025, are built different. We didn't crumble, we adapted. We got creative, we found strength in each other when it wasn't coming from the top. We learned how to speak up, how to keep showing up, and how to survive in a world that isn't always fair. We are the Yellow Jackets, and what do Yellow Jackets do? We don't go down easy. We fight, we fly, we make noise when we need to, and we protect our hive. For me, this moment isn't just the end of high school. It's the end of the beginning. A fresh start, a chance to step into something new. Everything we've learned behind us, and everything we dream of still ahead. But before I talk about school, I need to talk about home. I would not be here in this moment, not this version of myself, without my family. My mom, my dad, my little brother, who have been my constant source of love and encouragement. You believed in me on days I didn't believe in myself, and reminding me that even when things were heavy, I never had to carry them alone. To my little brother, Daniel, I want you to know that everything I've done with you in mind. I want to be the kind of person you can look up to. I want you to see that it's possible to chase big dreams, speak your truth, and still stay true to who you are. If I can make your path even a little bit brighter than every late night, hard day. To my grandmothers, Marta and Linda, both brilliant, powerful professors, thank you for showing me the kind of woman I could become. You taught me that education isn't just important, it's liberating. You set the bar high, and I've been reaching ever since. To my grandparents, aunts, and uncles on my mom's side, thank you for treating me with the kind of tenderness that stays with a person. You gave me the love that didn't need to be shouted to be felt, a love that always shows up even in the quiet. And to my teachers, you're the reason I ever believed I had a voice. To Mr. Steslow, thank you. You pushed me when I wanted to coast. You saw something in me and encouraged me to try dual enrollment. And when our debate team was barely hanging on, you stepped up and fought, and first time since the club began. To Miss Soto and Mr. Redding, you were my biggest support system this year. You reminded me that even when the world feels like it's falling apart, there's always room for understanding, learning, and growing stronger. And to my swim coach, Mr. Finnegan, thank you for always listening, for telling me the truth even when it wasn't pretty, for being honest, consistent, and real. You taught me how to stay calm in the deep end, in and out of the pool. I want to take a moment to thank someone unexpected. That channel shaped so much of who I am. It gave me the confidence to be curious, to be kind, to be myself. I grew up watching characters who taught me my voice mattered, that learning was powerful and being different was something to be proud of. And as Sesame Street once said, you don't have to look like everybody else to be special. You already are. That quote stuck with me. Because I've learned that the most powerful thing you can be in this world is yourself. I've always shown up as me, loud when I needed to be, quiet when I chose to be, never afraid to speak my truth. And if I could leave you with one thing, it's this. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Be bold, be bright, be the double rainbow in someone's cloudy sky. The world we're walking into isn't perfect. There are storms ahead, politically, socially, environmentally. But if this year has taught us anything, it's that we don't break easily. We bend, we grow, we change, and we do it together. So let's go out into the world and make some noise. But because we care. Because we've seen what happens when people stay silent. We are not here to fit in. We are here to lead, to lift others, and to leave the world better than we found it. Can I borrow one of your signs, please? I need you to finish. Yes. Sure. And to the class of 25, may we find the light. And to the class of 25, may we find the light even in the storm. And when the sunset looks dim, may we look up and find our double rainbow. Oh, and before I leave the stage, Barath Balaji asked me to do one of his .5 selfies. I forgot my phone, so we will be using Ms. Pyatt's. Thank you very much. All right, guys, flick up. Thank you, guys. I love you. Bye.
So graduates, are you ready? Okay, let's do it. As the proud principal of Leesburg High School, I certify that these seniors have met all of the requirements set forth by the Lake County School Board and the state of Florida. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2025 to be graduates of Leesburg High School. Sophia, please help me lead our graduates in turning the tassel. Graduates, as a symbol of your hard work and accomplishments, please turn your tassel from right to the left side. Congratulations, class of 2025, and go Jackets!